The blonde avatar remains silent as Lu Sheng stares in astonishment at the spiritual projection of his former mentor, Yang Yizhou. The projection begins to impart wisdom, questioning the fundamental nature of the four poles: earth, wind, water, and fire. Listening intently, Lu Sheng realizes why he failed to grasp this technique before. Its core concepts conflicted with his understanding of the five elements, causing his attempts to merge the martial paths to fail. Enveloped in intense flames, a realization hits him. He understands that the four poles and the five elements share the same essence, both serving as foundational building blocks of the universe. As symbols of earth, wind, water, and fire appear around him, he sees their harmonious nature, noting that they do not actually conflict with each other. Empowered by this realization, Lu Sheng floats as an explosive surge of fiery energy erupts from his body. Reflecting on his power, he realizes that his previous use of the five elements was far too extreme compared to his master's balanced approach. He figures out that his five-element system, with its cycle of creation and restriction, is actually a more advanced evolution of the four poles. He finally understands that this deep connection is why he managed to glimpse the level 17 realm during his master's past teachings. To fully process this massive martial insight, Lu Sheng sits cross-legged in midair and enters deep meditation. A swirling vortex of elemental energy completely envelops him. The five elemental laws smoothly merge into his being, triggering a powerful evolution thanks to Yang Yizhou's legacy. Soon, a glowing golden sphere fractures. Lu Sheng looks down in alarm, realizing his immortal Tao golden core has unexpectedly cracked. The core shatters in a blinding cosmic explosion, leaving Lu Sheng completely stunned by the massive release of energy. As the light settles, Lu Sheng sits calmly amidst swirling stardust. He is amazed to see that the destruction of his core birthed a miniature universe inside his dantian. Observing this, he notes the internal cosmos is constantly expanding. He wonders if his dantian will eventually grow into a boundless universe. His worry quickly turns into deep curiosity. He wonders how the fundamental power of space naturally generates within this new internal realm. A realization washes over him. He raises his hand, effortlessly creating a swirling vortex of spatial energy as he senses a deep new connection to the universe. Manipulating the spatial forces with his fingertips, he projects the energy outward and tears open a massive spatial rift right in front of him. With a single thought, Lu Sheng seamlessly merges his physical body into the portal. An instant later, he bursts out of another tier, reappearing in the starry void several light years away from his original location. He looks around his new surroundings in disbelief, thrilled that his ambitious theory actually worked. Generating a ring of spatial energy, he reflects on the achievement. He realizes he didn't rely on the external universe to teleport. Instead, he used his own mastery over the law of space. Smiling with absolute confidence, he concludes he successfully executed a spatial jump using nothing but his own body and power. Testing the limits of his new ability, Lu Sheng generates a spatial vortex. He notes his initial jump was nowhere near his maximum range and decides to train harder. Opening multiple portals across the void, he realizes the immense tactical advantage this grants him. He knows that with rapid teleportation in combat, no opponent can match his speed or catch him. With a satisfied smirk, he realizes his mastery over space means he won't need to rely on spaceships for travel across nearby star sectors anymore. Inside his dream space, Lu Sheng joyfully dives in and out of countless portals. This relentless teleportation practice makes his proficiency with the law of space skyrocket. Several months pass uneventfully. Back in reality, Lu Sheng sits quietly on his bed inside his cabin aboard the Star Spirit Flower. He stands up and gazes at the vast universe. His expression grows serious as he reflects that despite the time passed, his cultivation remains stuck at level 12. A sense of urgency washes over him. He questions if he has enough time to reach his goals, concluding that his current pace is simply not fast enough. Summoning a spark of spatial energy, he thinks about the past 4 months. Having mastered the combat applications of the spatial law, he is confident anyone below level 14 cannot hit him in a direct fight. However, his confidence wavers regarding opponents at or above level 14, having never faced a true expert of that caliber. He recalls his fights with level 14 zombies in his dream space, noting their degraded strength makes them useless as reliable power benchmarks. He also realizes the dream space zombies lack true aggression. Whenever he retreats using his spatial abilities, the undead stop attacking and never pursue him, meaning he faces zero pressure to push past his current limits. Lu Sheng generates a highly concentrated sphere of spatial energy in his palm. Alongside his movement abilities, he has developed a lethal offensive technique using the law of space. He can bypass physical defenses by teleporting this volatile energy directly inside an opponent's body, tearing the enemy apart from the inside out. With a confident smirk, Lu Sheng realizes his arsenal has grown so vast he can barely keep track of all his powerful trump cards. Snapping his fingers, he acknowledges one lingering disappointment. Despite his rapid mastery over space, he still has absolutely no clue how to comprehend the elusive law of time. Lu Sheng materializes in the middle of a crowded sidewalk in a bright, bustling modern city, surrounded by ordinary pedestrians. Children playfully run past him, but Lu Sheng remains perfectly still, standing like an immovable rock against the flowing crowd. He reflects that this peaceful city is just a simulated illusion from his memories. He knows the grim reality is that his home planet will be the first casualty in the impending cosmic calamity. Staring at the illusion, he laments that he is merely an observer of this fabricated timeline. As a vortex of ethereal clocks appears in his mind, he contemplates the overwhelming grandness of time. He realizes that while spatial forces can be manipulated, the flow of time remains completely beyond his grasp. His deep thoughts are suddenly interrupted by a rapid beeping notification. A warm smile spreads across his face as he realizes someone finally contacted him after a long period of silence.